I never thought I'd share this story publicly. It's been almost 7 years, but even now, my hands tremble when I think about it. Some nights I still wake up gasping for breath, convinced I can hear the slow, heavy footsteps again. This isn't a ghost story from a movie, and it's not an internet creepypasta. It happened to me, in the small town where I grew up. You can believe me or not. That's up to you. But I know what I saw, what I felt, and what I survived. In the summer of 2018, I moved into a rented house on Old Ridge Road. It was a one-story, slightly run-down property, far cheaper than anything else in the area. I was 24, fresh out of college, and broke. The landlord, an older man named Mr. Caldwell, seemed almost too eager to have me sign the lease. "It's quiet out here," he told me, avoiding my eyes. "No trouble. Just keep to yourself, and you'll be fine." I remember thinking it was an odd thing to say, but I brushed it off. The house had peeling paint, creaky wooden floors, and that faint smell you can't scrub away. The first night was quiet, almost too quiet. I was used to city sounds, cars, distant voices, sirens. But here, the silence pressed in on me. I went to bed around midnight, but at exactly 3:17 a.m., I woke up. No noise, no dream, just my eyes snapping open. When I looked toward the bedroom door, I could have sworn I saw the faint outline of someone standing there. I told myself it was just my imagination, a trick of the shadows. I kept staring until my vision adjusted, and the shape seemed to fade away. 3 nights later, it happened again. 3:17 a.m. on the dot. But this time, there was a sound. Knock, knock. It wasn't at the front door. It was coming from inside the house. I froze in bed, holding my breath. The knocks came again, louder. 3 slow, deliberate raps, as if someone wanted me to know they were there. I forced myself to get up and check the house. Nothing. Doors locked, windows shut, no sign of anyone. About 2 weeks in, I noticed the smell. It wasn't the new to it. This was different. It was some animal had died under there. Nothing. The smell would appear at random, then vanish, always strongest in the hallway between the bedroom and the bathroom. One afternoon, I met an older woman from down the road. She was walking her dog and stopped when she saw me. "You're renting Caldwell's place?" she asked. When I said yes, her expression tightened. "You shouldn't be in there," she said quietly. "That house, it's not right." I laughed it off, asking what she meant. But she just shook her head. "You'll find out." It was a Thursday night when things went from strange to terrifying. I had stayed up late working on my laptop. Around 2:45 a.m., I heard it. Slow, heavy footsteps coming down the hallway toward my bedroom. My first thought was that someone had broken in. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I grabbed a heavy flashlight and stood by the door, ready to swing. But the moment I stepped into the hallway, silence. No one there. The air felt thick, like the pressure before a storm. My skin prickled, and I had the overwhelming sense that someone was standing right behind me. I turned quickly. Nothing. By now, I was sleeping with the bedroom light on. I also set up my phone to record, hoping to catch the knocking or footsteps. The next moment, I played it, most of it slow knock 3 times, then a long pause, and then a voice. It was faint, almost a whisper, but I could make out the words, "Get out." That night, I didn't sleep at all. I sat in bed with the flashlight in my lap, watching the doorway. At 3:17 a.m., my bedroom light flickered, just once. And then, from the corner of the room, the shadows seemed to shift. Like something darker than darkness was moving. It wasn't a shape you could fully see, but I could feel it watching me. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. My body felt frozen. Then, as quickly as it came, it was gone. The next day, I went to the local library. I had to know what was going on. I searched old newspapers and found it. An article from 1979. A man named Howard Greaves had lived in my house with his wife and daughter. One night, he bludgeoned them to death and then vanished. His body was never found. The murders happened in the hallway between the bedroom and bathroom, exactly where I kept smelling the rot. I decided I was leaving. I packed my things, planning to move out the next morning. But that night, I made the mistake of sleeping. At 3:17 a.m., the knocking started. This time the door stopped. It sounded like fists pounding on the walls from every direction. Then came the footsteps, running, not walking, slamming down the hallway toward my bedroom. My light went out. I was in total darkness. And then, I felt a hand, cold, clammy, gripping my ankle. I kicked, scrambled off the bed, and ran out of the house barefoot, straight into the night. I never went back. I left everything behind. Clothes, furniture, even my laptop. I didn't care. Mr. Caldwell never asked why. He just smiled when I dropped off the keys, as if he already knew. The house is still there. I drove past it once, a few years later. There were curtains in the window and a dim light glowing inside. But when I asked around, the neighbors told me it's been empty for years. If you're ever in a small town and someone offers you a house for cheap, especially on Old Ridge Road, don't take it. Some places what happened inside them, and some things never leave.